The gentlewoman yields. At this time, the chair recognizes the gentlewoman from the state of Oregon, Ms. Hoyle, for 5 minutes. Ms. Hoyle.
There we go. These are new. I'm not quite sure how to work them. Sorry. So thank you very much for the recognition, and I want to thank all the witnesses, and specifically, I represent the central and south coast of Oregon and have the honor to represent the Cow Creek Band of Umpqua Tribe of Indians, and also the Coquille Indian tribe, who have been leaders in using ITARA authority to more efficiently manage their tribal forest land. I think that Oregon is the only place, because of the strange checkerboard configuration of the ONC lands, where you can see management of Forest Service, BLM, state lands, private timberland, and tribal lands right next to each other. And the Cow Creek have been gracious enough to invite us out for a committee hearing to actually be able to see with our eyes the difference in management practices and how our tribal forest lands are managed for future generations with sustainable logging and healthier forests. But when you actually look at the difference, just because with Good Neighbor Authority, you can't deny that the millennia of experience in natural resource management makes a difference. I hope that we're able to do that, Mr. Chair and Ranking Member. I'm proud to be a sponsor of the Indian Trust Asset Reform Amendment Act that would ensure that these tribes can continue using the ITARA program while also making it easier for more tribes to participate. So, Mr. Vredenberg, could you just share how ITARA has improved your tribe's ability to manage its forest resources, and what positive outcomes have you seen for the local environment and economy?
Sure. Thank you, and thank you for co-sponsoring the legislation. Before ITARA, we had dozens of federal approvals that we relied on. Those approvals came from offices, regional offices, hundreds of miles away from the reservation, from people that hadn't had the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the tribe's lands. Since entering the ITARA demonstration project, we've been able to streamline that process and improve the tribe's ability to quickly respond to risks and threats, but also be more proactive in addressing resource issues like stream rehabilitation and forest restoration work.
That's great. And then in your view, how does ITARA strengthen the federal trust responsibility to tribes? And then also, what do you see the biggest barriers to preventing more tribes from using ITARA today?
The law clearly states and reiterates and affirms the federal trust responsibility. That's important. But it also modernizes the relationship from one of what's been described as federal dominance or paternalism to one of support, which is truly a more meaningful, impactful form of the trust responsibility. And there was a second part to that question.
Yeah, what are the biggest barriers?
Thank you. I think the biggest barrier to date has been the uncertainty of the demonstration project, knowing that it's going to expire. It's just a big, it's an undertaking and a big transition. And not having the certainty of the durability, I think has caused some tribes to be hesitant. So this law will be important.
Well, thank you so much, and I certainly hope that we're able to take you up to come out to bring all of our colleagues out to Canyonville, Oregon, which is a wonderful place in the Willamette Valley. Thank you again for being here. I yield back.